You see that term everywhere, right? In tech news, sci-fi movies, AGI. But what is it really? Well, behind all the hype, there's this fascinating debate about what we're actually trying to build. So today, we're going to peel back the layers and get right to the core of it. You have absolutely seen the headlines. Some say AGI is going to cure all diseases and create a utopia. Others are warning it's the last invention humanity will ever need to make. And it all revolves around this one concept: artificial general intelligence. But what if I told you that the experts, they don't even agree on what it actually means? Let's dig in.
Okay, so our journey starts with the most common, the most intuitive way to think about AGI. This is the classic goal, the one that got the whole field started in the first place.
At its heart, the basic definition is pretty simple. AGI is an AI that can do any intellectual task a human can. Now, just think about that for a second. We're not just talking about playing chess or writing an email. We mean everything. From making a scientific discovery, to creating a masterpiece of art, to, figuring out how to fix a leaky faucet with whatever random junk you have lying around.
You'll hear a few different phrases for this, like broad, flexible competence, or the more technical-sounding, human-capable AGI. But they all point to the same North Star, creating a machine that has the same general intellectual horsepower as a person.
But is that it? Is that the whole story? If an AI can do what a human does, is that AGI? Or is there something deeper going on? And this, my friends, is where the debate really starts to heat up.
And that brings us to the central conflict in the whole AGI community. It's this fundamental question that kind of splits researchers into two very different camps, each with its own philosophy about what it is they're actually trying to build.
Okay, so let's break this down. On one side, you've got the tool camp. For them, AGI is all about results. Can it do the job? Can it perform valuable work better than a human can? The output, the performance, that's all that matters. But then you have the mind camp, and they argue that true intelligence isn't just about what an AI does, but how it does it. For them, it's about the internal process, the cognitive architecture, the actual blueprint for a mind. It's about the thinking behind the action.
This really gets to the heart of the Mind Camp's philosophy. See, they're chasing something called fluid intelligence. Imagine your car breaks down in the middle of nowhere. Fluid intelligence is what lets you look at a paperclip, a stick of gum, and a scarf and figure out how to rig a temporary fan belt. It's that ability to reason from scratch and solve a problem you have never seen before, not just repeat patterns you learned from a giant database.
So if we're actually going to build this thing, whether it's a tool or a mind, we have to move past the philosophy. We need an engineering blueprint. We need concrete, measurable traits of what intelligence even is.
First up, efficiency. Think of it like this. A truly intelligent system doesn't need to read the entire internet to understand what a cat is. It can see just a few examples, maybe only one, and it gets it. It's all about how much learning you can squeeze out of a very small amount of data or experience. Next, we have adaptation, and this one is huge. A lot of today's AIs are, they're kind of brittle. They need perfect, massive data sets to work well. But true intelligence shines when the information is incomplete, when resources are tight. It's that ability to figure things out on the fly in a messy, uncertain world, just like with that fan belt.
And finally, compression. Now, this is a beautiful idea that comes from information theory. Imagine reading a 1,000-page book. True understanding isn't about memorizing every single word. It's about being able to distill that whole book down to its 3 core ideas. That act of finding the shortest, most elegant explanation for a huge amount of data? Some people argue that is intelligence.
So, we've looked at the what and the how. Now, let's put AGI in context. Because to really get it, you need to see where it fits in the wider family of artificial intelligence.
This is the classic progression you'll see a lot. Right now, we are living firmly in the age of ANI, or narrow AI. These are systems that are brilliant at one specific task, like playing Go or identifying faces. AGI is that next big, aspirational step, the human-level generalist. And way out there in the future is the hypothetical ASI, or superintelligence, a system that would surpass us in every way imaginable.
Now, this table lays it out pretty clearly, but I want you to notice that last one, GPAI, or General Purpose AI. This is where today's large language models fit in. And yeah, they're super impressive. They can do a lot of different things, but they're still seen as different from the truly adaptive, versatile, reasoning-based system that defines the dream of AGI. Okay, for our final layer, we're going to take that mind camp idea and push it one step further. This suggests that maybe, just maybe, the ultimate goal isn't to just match humans, but to create something genuinely new.
This concept is sometimes called true intelligence, and it shifts the goalposts completely. Forget about passing tests or being better at a job. The focus here is on the internal machinery. Does the system have its own motivations? Can it learn on the fly, dynamically? Does it have a coherent way of thinking? It's about building a mind on its own terms, not just a copy of ours.
So, as we've seen, trying to define AGI isn't just a simple technical challenge. It forces us to ask a really profound question about our own goals. It's a choice between two fundamentally different paths forward. And that's the crucial question I want to leave you with. When we talk about building AGI, what are we really trying to create? Are we building a better, more powerful tool to serve us? Or are we trying to build a new kind of mind to share the world with? The answer to that question is going to define our future.